On July 2nd, indoctrination began for the incoming class of 2017. Plebe candidates Sean Johnson from Ronkonkoma, New York, and Jordan Macbeth from Sanford, Florida, joined 240 others to start their Kings Point voyage. The annual Alumni Midshipman 5K run, sponsored by the AAF, took place on Saturday, August 3rd. The plebe candidates were required to participate, and a total of 461 runners completed the race. Fourth Company won the company competition.
I just finished the 5K, and I am exhausted.
I just finished the 5K, feeling good.
The Alumni Senior Luau, sponsored by the AAF, took place on Thursday, August 8th. The class of 2014 was reunited on campus for the first time since their plebe year. Aloha!
Hi, I'm here at the Senior Luau. It's the first time A Split and B Split are back together. I've already seen 4 or 5 people I haven't seen since plebe year, so that's awesome. It's raining, but that doesn't really stop us. Kings Pointers go through the rain, and we're still having fun.
The class of 2014 held their ring dance on Saturday, August 17th in Lower Manhattan, where they proudly displayed their new Academy rings. On Saturday, August 24th, nearly 300 midshipmen, sponsored by the AAF, joined over 200 members of the Kings Point community at Citi Field for a New York Mets game. During the national anthem, the Kings Point Color Guard presented the colors. Since parents were able to attend as well, it was the first time many of our plebes had seen their family since indoctrination in July.
Hey, we're here at the Mets game, and right now we're 2 weeks away from Parents Weekend, so it's our first time off since Indoc, and it's a lot of fun being off campus and just hanging out with my company mates and meeting their family members and seeing everybody and just being able to talk normally and casually. And so it's been a lot of fun so far.
So last week we got to go to the Mets game, and the alumni sponsored the whole plebe class to go, which was really nice. My favorite team is the Mets, so it was really good to finally get to see a game this year. And a nice surprise to see my family too. They surprised me by coming out.
On Friday, September 6th, the regimental band kicked off Parents' Weekend with a memorable beat retreat performance in O'Hara Hall. The band was led by Regimental Band Director Captain Ken Force and trained by Warrant Officer First Class James Wiggy Whitwam of the British Royal Marines.
So last weekend was beat retreat and Parents' Weekend, and I thought beat retreat went really well. Captain Force seemed as happy as he could be, and it went really great. And I got to see my parents afterwards at the band after party, and we had to eat some real pizza, which was great for a change.
On Saturday, September 7th, plebe candidates officially became plebes during an Acceptance Day ceremony for the class of 2017 on Toon Field, where they were sworn in as midshipmen in the Naval Reserve.
Alright, so last weekend was Acceptance Weekend, and my whole family from Florida came up. So it was my mom, my dad, and my sister Haley. And it was really nice seeing them because I haven't seen them in like 2 months, and that's the longest time I've gone without seeing my family. So it was fun hanging out with them.
We got to finally get our eagles, and I got to see my grandma. She pinned my eagle on for me, which was great, and got to go home for the weekend.
The class of 2014 celebrated 300 nights until graduation on Thursday, September 12th at Studio Square Beer Garden in Long Island City. Up until their game against Coast Guard on September 14th, the women's varsity volleyball team was undefeated. Their 6-1 record is the program's best start in 15 years.
Okay, so I just played Coast Guard, and it was a little rough, but we did okay, and now we're going off to the football game, so I think they'll win.
The 16-day government shutdown began on Tuesday, October 1st. To compensate, fall break was moved up, and the midshipmen left for home on Friday, October 4th. The midshipmen returned, and classes officially resumed on October 21st. The Academy academic calendar has been revised, but license exams and graduation will be kept on schedule.
So over the break, got to go home, sleep in every day, finally catch up on my sleep that I've been deprived of all year. Got to hang out. I got to go to the beach, see my friends from home, got to visit my high school, which was really nice, say hi to my old teachers and friends. And my favorite thing to do during the break was sleep in till noon every day. So when we came back after this shutdown ended, the main thing that I think everyone here is feeling is the sleep deprivation hits us again. And I mean, classes again are hard, and especially after being away for 3 weeks. Information slips in one ear, comes out the other, and it's kind of hard to get back into the school grind. But hopefully now that the first week's over, I can finally, changing gears and just keep heading forward.
They say here that we got 3 weeks of break, but the first week we were here, all of us here at the academy actually had to clean up all the grounds and the barracks before we had to go. And then we got our fall break early, which was nice because I got to go home and see my family and hang out with all my friends that I've missed. But then because the shutdown extended, we had to take spring break so it wouldn't cut into any more academic days. Getting back into the swing of things, the teachers are really reasonable, so they didn't pile everything on us. It's still a normal schedule. I mean, I have 3 tests next week in a row, but other than that, it's pretty normal. As you know, I'm on the varsity volleyball squad here, and something that the government shutdown affected was that we had to forfeit all of our conference games, which was really hard because we were doing really well, and they said we were setting the record for Kings Point volleyball since like the 1990s. But fortunately, our coach was able to reschedule most of our in-season games. And this weekend, we have a tournament, and then Sunday we're playing Goucher in Baltimore, and if we beat them, then we're able to play into the conference tournament, and if not, our season's pretty much over.
During the government shutdown, I just went home and hung out with my family mostly. Went out to Pittsburgh to see my grandmother once, but I think the winter athletes actually benefited from the government shutdown because we wouldn't have gotten a fall break because we stay here and practice. So we actually got a nice fall break before our season started. Our season did start a little late, but only a week, so I don't think it'll hold us back too much. Most people are just concerned about graduation and license at this point. There's been talk, well, rumors, that the state schools' January license is going to be pushed back, so we're a little concerned about our June license, but hopefully they'll get their act together and everything will be straightened out. But other than that, I think the only major thing that's changed is now we have more of a spring weekend instead of spring break, which people are pretty disappointed about. But I guess we got 3 weeks off in the fall, so we can't really complain too much about a spring weekend.